I don't know how much you follow astrology, but there's a beautiful, beautiful story that's being told right now in the stars above us, below us, as I'm speaking. It's a story of an ending, and it's a story of a new beginning. And I want to share a little bit about that story with you today and the extraordinary opportunity that you have in this lifetime, probably in many lifetimes, to make a new choice, to truly be you. But let's start from the beginning. My name is Marie, and thank you for showing up to this channel. I also want to thank all the new subscribers. It's super exciting to see everyone rolling in and all the beautiful comments. So thank you very much. I so appreciate you, and I'm so happy that we're in this community together. So what's really happening right now? It's nothing short of awe-inspiring. There's all these large cycles, the Kali Yuga cycles, the Yuga cycles, right? Which the Kali Yuga, the Dark Ages, ended on the 21st of March this year, according to a researcher who's done a lot of research and written a book about this. We also have larger cycles, like we know that Pluto is in Aquarius, which changes a ton of things. We also know that Pluto is going out of bounds this entire fall for about 3 months. And when that happens, historically speaking, astrologers have done research about this and figured out that anytime Pluto goes out of bounds to the south, which is happening right now, we see more power back to the people. What does that mean for you? It means that finally you're ready to step into your true sovereignty, to step into who you are, and to take responsibility for your life. Sounds scary, huh? But just kidding. And also right now there's a little mini cycle that's going on, which is a series of eclipses, which I'm sure you've heard about. So on the 7th of this month, September, there was a lunar eclipse, which allowed us to let go of a lot of things. So all of those things in your life that you have carried and brought with you and kind of felt like as if I need to bring this stuff, right? It's kind of like that bag that we're bringing with us. You were allowed to let that go, or if you're ready, you were encouraged to let all those things go. It could have been belief systems, it could have been, jobs, relationships, maybe getting ready to move to another place, like really kind of sorting out what still should be in your life and what you're ready to let go of. And then yesterday, the 21st of September, and today are two major, more big dates for you on the eclipse cycle. There was a new moon yesterday, and there was a partial solar eclipse, and today is the fall equinox of 2025, right? So all these things happening within a 24-hour period means that all the things that you let go of before, now you are ready to receive new things. So that's why I'm shooting this video, because, and I don't want to sound dramatic, but it's important. This is the moment in your life, starting now and kind of moving through the next 3 months, where you can set a new intention, where you can make that dream real that you have been dreaming about, hoping to move into some kind of fruition with for your entire life. And the astrological alignments are so powerful right now that if you do set that beautiful intention, and because it's the partial solar eclipse was in Virgo, meaning that if you take small steps each day, signaling to the universe that this is where I want to go. And what does that mean? Well, first, setting an intention can be a very beautiful thing, right? You can do it any way you want. You can just sit down and meditate over it every single day, kind of visualize it. You can write it on a piece of paper. What I had suggested the other day was that you can then go ahead and leave it to the elements, whichever way you want. There's different elements and it works differently, right? So let's say you sit down and you write your intention. This is what I want to come into my life. This is my intention to make my dream reality. And then you can burn it. If you burn it, it very quickly goes into flames, right? And so things might happen really fast. I remember when I was in my shamanic training, the person I was training with was like, if you burn something, be prepared for action. It can really happen quickly. You can also put it in water, like kind of have it dissolve in water. That takes a lot longer, obviously, right? Or you can bury it into the ground, and then that has a process. So it's all up to you depending on how fast you want this to come into your life. And remember, this is a beautiful ritual that you're doing because then it becomes more real for you too. That's why we're doing rituals, right? And once you've set that intention, go ahead and figure out how each day you can show the energies, the universe, that you're serious. You know, can you meditate each day? Can you do breath work each day? Can you do yoga? Can you do Tai Chi? Can you just ground yourself every day? Can you bless your water every day? You know, can you pray every day? Or whatever it is that you have as a practice, you know, every single day. Or obviously we have a life, so things can happen. But clearly show that I'm a new person showing up in a different way. This is what I want to become part of my reality, and I'm taking one step every single day to make sure this is part of my reality. This couldn't be more important, like actually showing this stuff, right? It's not just like sending this thing out into the universe and be like, good luck, you know? No, you have to also show through you. And why is this so important? Because we have over millennia gotten used to giving away our power. We've said that, oh, you're a king, so you must know better than me. You're a priest, so you know better about God. You're a dentist, so you know more about my teeth, right? Some of these things might be true, but also bring things back into you, what feels right for you. Stop giving away all of your power. Start pulling some of that power back and say, I'm a sovereign human being. I can use my intention, my body, my technology that I have in my body to know what's right for me. And that's what this season is about. Tuning back into you, into your body, fully realizing that you're taking responsibility for your life. You're setting your intention. You're showing up every single day as best as you can. We all have bad days, and I know, you know, it's none of us is above it. But you use what you have, control over you, which is the only thing you really have access to that you can work with. Anything else is outside of you, right? And if anything else happens outside of you, then you check back in you and you say, where in my energetic system is this coming from? Because remember, nothing is outside of you, right? If you're a truly sovereign human being, you know that all these things that are happening around you are happening for you, and they're happening to show you something. So where in your body, where in your energetic system is this event that's happening on the outside occurring? And if you tune into that, then you'll be sure to notice that, oh, it's in my gut, it's in my shoulder, it's in my neck, right? How can I sit with that, and how can I resolve that so it no longer has to show up in my external for me to notice it and to make amends with it, to surrender to it, right? So again, please remember your intention. Remember your dream when you were a kid, maybe you were a teenager, maybe you were 30, maybe you're 40, maybe you were 50, I don't know. Remember that dream that you had about making the world a more beautiful place, about maybe you coming more into service. You know, how can you help in any small way? You know, can you help somebody? Can you smile towards somebody on the street? Can you help buy groceries for your neighbor, right? Can you, I don't know, whatever powers you have, can you do healing? You know, all those things, right? Make sure that you're also serving other people somehow, because stepping into sovereignty is also about altruism. It's also about showing the world and serving the world in one way or another, right? So figure out a way where it's peaceful, where you can sit down in, you know, relaxed, and remember that, you know, what's happened with this eclipse and stuff, it's kind of like a tuning fork. It sets the vibration for the rest of this fall. So you don't have to rush and do it today. You can think about it and you can say, what is it that I want to bring forth? What is it that I've been dreaming about my entire life? And how can I make that dream real? By setting my intention and taking a small step each and every day to raise my vibration so that I me and that intention become a vibrational match, and we can create a beautiful world together. So if you're interested in any more of the astrology, there's amazing astrologers out there. I love Pam Gregory, for example. There's other ones that are really cool. Martha Alter Hines, I think her name is. I follow her too. Heather Emsworth, like beautiful, beautiful people who know so much about this, who've spent decades researching astrology, figuring out how important these coming years are to us and how important this time in our life is. It's like we're no longer kind of waiting for it. You know, if you've been in the spiritual arena for a while, you've maybe been waiting for your chance, waiting for your opportunity, waiting to kind of step into whatever the needs that you felt that you were meant to do. But now we're in it. Now there's no rehearsal. There's no like, oh wait, we're gonna try this one more time. No, now we're in it. Right now, right here is where you make your choices. It's where you decide who you want to be and who you want to step towards becoming, right? So again, I know I'm being an obnoxious here, but set your intention and enjoy watching it come to fruition. Enjoy seeing how everything turns out beautifully for you. And I'll tell you a little story. As maybe some of you have known, I've done Joe Dispenza meditations for over 2 months now. And as soon as I started doing them, I was reporting to you guys that in 2 days, I already had abundance coming into my life, because that's what I was focusing on, abundance and health. And over the past 2 months plus, there's been so much abundance coming into my life in monetary forms, in projects, in people, and opportunities that I don't even know where to begin. Like, I've met new people, we've created beautiful things together, I've gotten projects, I work as an architect, you know, normally, so, or when I'm not shooting videos and not with my family. And so all of that has just kept on rolling. And just the other day, I was offered a project, a position, and I'd asked for a certain amount of money. And on the other line, I heard the person telling me, yeah, but we have to pay you more. Have you ever heard that from another person on the other line? Like, yeah, this is not enough, so we're gonna have to pay you more. And I was just like, thank you, beautiful universe, for showing me how much you are willing to give when I'm willing to give a little bit. When I'm willing to spend an hour of my day tuning myself to a higher frequency, you actually come through with a phone call that tells me we're going to give you more money. That is just incredible, right? Who've ever heard of such a thing? I've told people and they start laughing at me like, what is that? Right? So set your intention, show up each and every day as much as you can, and then expect miracles. Just expect them through your gratefulness, through being thankful. That's your way of saying thank you for already delivering it to me. And the wind is agreeing, you can tell, right? Thank you for delivering all this beauty to me. This wind of change that's coming. It's coming with you. You're the one that's bringing it in. Enjoy every single moment of it and watch your world transform. Watch the entire world transform as we all are doing it. That's the beauty of it all, right? We're gonna watch this in our lifetime start to change. Take care.